Yeah, it's a light rehab project, but finished product will be outstanding. Modern home with a touch of open concept. Like I said, you want to either make it modern or you want to preserve the old character of the 60s style. So whichever way you're going to go, you have to be consistent. Don't half-ass it, and it will not sell if it's a mishmash of styles. Only minor reconfiguration is needed to make the main level appear more open. Again, get an estimate on this. It may not be necessary. It may be necessary if you want to sell it. I think it's a good idea for the right price. Let's see what else we have here. Remove all trash and debris. Remove all weeds, overgrown, damaged, dead plants. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Let's see what else we have. Landscape, we already have that. Replace patio with design from landscaper. Already mentioned that. Seal roof pipes, vents, and paint to match roof. Use appropriate UV paint. Repair place for shit and stuff is needed. Okay. And I don't see any prices for any of this yet. It looks like just what needs to be done. Okay, on the windows, you want to make sure today's windows are much more efficient. Old style windows are single pane, new windows are double pane and much more efficient for heat retention. Same with checking the upstairs insulation. You should also check the doors and the windows for proper insulation. And the reason this is important is you can use this as a selling factor to your future buyer as energy efficient. And you may want to have an evaluation by your electrical company there, or your gas company, to give you recommendations on how to make the home more efficiency, more heat efficient and power efficient. These are things that buyers look for these days, and it's very important. It's much more important than taking out a wall and making an open floor plan to have a house more energy efficient. In fact, I would definitely look at a more energy efficient house than one that has an extra wall, because I can remove the wall anytime. Energy efficiency is something you have to throw old stuff out of and put new stuff in. So if you're going to replace any of the doors, windows, HVAC system, or anything like that, insulation, make sure you do it the most energy efficient way, and make sure this is one of your selling discriminators to your clientele. I don't know what color scheme you want to paint this house. I kind of honestly like the color scheme the way it is, because once you paint the house, you're going to have to paint the fence. I don't know about the new stone at the front entry or each side door. May or may not be necessary, because, like I said, stone can be painted. So remove all trash in house, demo entire kitchen, countertops, backsplash, and cabinets. No, do not do this. My goodness, please do not take out that kitchen. It is not necessary. You need new appliances, you need new handles and doorknobs and all that stuff, and you need to replace the floor. Do not replace the countertops. Well, you can replace the countertops, but do not replace the entire kitchen. It's not necessary. It's a waste of money. You do need to probably remove the kitchen appliances and put new ones in there. Carpeting, yeah, it needs to be removed. I would recommend to put wood flooring throughout the house, hardwood flooring, or at least laminate flooring. Do not put carpet in this house again. It will not sell that way. Clean sand and finish all hardwood flooring in the entire house. Demo all bathrooms. Why? Do not demo all bathrooms, especially not the green one and the blue one downstairs, the half one. The only one that you need to worry about, the one upstairs that's in brown, because it's already halfway taken down. Remove all bathroom closets and demo closed walls. Remove tiling on all bathroom walls. Now, if you have closet doors on the bathroom closets, you can probably remove those doors, because you don't need closet doors in a bathroom. Like I said, the other closet doors need probably heavy cleaning, maybe restaining and repainting, but you don't need to remove them. Remove all bathtubs, toilets, bathrooms, sinks, and vanities. Not necessary. Scrap popcorn ceiling. Again, probably not necessary unless it looks really, really bad. Remove all window coverings. Not necessarily. You know, you want to stay with some of them that... obviously, I'm not there, so I don't know how old it looks. If it's stained or dirty looking, or has a really bad look to it, get rid of it. But if it can be cleaned professionally and reinstalled with a modern touch, like maybe a modern curtain rod, maybe a stainless steel one or something like that, I would keep it, because that is part of that house, that character. Remove all window cover. Okay, remove completely all mold and mildew from interior of the house if found. Yes, definitely. Sand smooth all panel walls. Sand smooth. Not sure what that means. Paint sections of the house per color scheme below or where noted. All paint purchased to Sherwin-Williams that paint entire house per color scheme, unless otherwise noted. Sherwin-Williams is one of the most expensive paint contractors. I don't know why you want to go with the most expensive paint contractor, but this is a rehab house. You don't need to go the most expensive way. Choose a different kind of paint that's efficient and cheaper priced, and that's good for the outside if you're painting outside, and choose paint that's good for the inside if you're painting inside. Now, one thing to remember in terms of insulation, they actually have paint these days that is insulating. In fact, it has some sort of chemical in there that insulates the walls for heat. So heat cannot leave the house through these walls when they're painted with this specific color. So before going with some brand name, check on the actual functionality of the paint and choose the paint that is the best for the purpose. And the reason they have this paint around that insulates is because a lot of people try to use it on really old houses that don't have any insulation, and there's no place to put insulation. So you want to paint the walls so you have minimum escaping of heat in the wintertime. So don't go with the most expensive brand, look at functionality in terms of paint. And also, I don't think the house needs to be repainted that much. What else? Paint all baseboards and window door trim white. Yeah, I would probably go that way, but if you can picture it, see if it makes sense. I don't know about this price right here for that. Seems kind of very low. Lord have mercy, we have another 46 pages to look at. Let's see. Cabinets, don't buy cabinets. Lighting. Refrigerator, range, yes. That's range. Range hood, dishwasher, sink, faucet, garbage disposal. This is a rehab house, you don't need to put in garbage disposal. Countertops. Don't really need countertops. I don't know how bad the countertops are that are there. I mean, this is going to be an extraordinary great looking kitchen, but quite honestly, it's too much. It's too much of an expense. The house has a... Try to go with using the items that are there in the best, most efficient way. And you're also buying all this, and let me just tell you one thing here. You're also buying all this stuff new. These are new retail prices. You wanna start looking around if you can get some of this stuff not at retail and specifically cheaper. And let me tell you, and this may not apply to this particular deal because you've already made an offer and you're on a timeline. But if you go to China, you can go shopping in these huge, huge warehouses that have anything and everything that you can think of for building supplies. You can order a container for like $4,000. You can fill up that container with anything and everything you need to remodel a whole entire house, and you pay a fraction of what you pay in retail in the United States for all this stuff. If you have a big job like this where you have many rooms to remodel and a kitchen to remodel, You want to start the planning not at the point where you actually made the offer for the house and you have 10 days to close and your clock's starting to tick. You want to think about this 6 months ahead of time, and you want to have to start a pipeline of several of these. And that way you make your 1 or 2 trips to China once a year. You fill up those containers. The containers are shipped to you within 30 days overseas. And then you have all your stuff, and you're not paying these ridiculous prices for all this stuff. A kitchen at retail will cost you $5,000 to $10,000 to redo. A kitchen not at retail, maybe $2,000. My kitchen cost me $1,500, and my stuff is really nice in my kitchen. So start looking at cost savings, and here are your cost savings. The more cost savings you have in rehab, the more profit you make when you sell the property and flip it. This right here should be a third. Should be maybe $3,000 at the most. Master bathroom. Okay, taking everything out. This is the one that's brown, I believe. And this actually doesn't look that bad of a price. But again, a lot of this stuff can be gotten much cheaper, especially if you start shopping for these items much earlier and kind of get an idea of some of the things that you need, and get this thing arranged and have a very good project management plan of when you're going to go shop, when the stuff is going to arrive. Hardwood floors, for example, I've remodeled a house with hardwood floors. They're the scraped hardwood that would have cost me $8 per square foot here in the United States. I ordered it from China for $2 a square foot. It took about 30 days to get here, but it was delivered with a freighter, and I saved a hell of a lot of money. So that's the kind of thinking. If you're buying en masse, you need to order it from China. You need to go there yourself and get it shipped to you. Don't pay the retail. Don't buy your house at a discount, sell it at a huge up value, and then buy everything inside of it for retail, because you're only cutting your own profit that way. Redoing this bathroom. Yeah, this looks really nice. I like this, but again, you're going really modern, and the house is a 70s house. There's no 70s, or I'm sorry, 60s. It's a 60s house. There's no 60s in this house. Main hall bathroom. Yeah, this looks nice. It looks like hotel room. You don't want to go hotel room. You want to go preserve some of the character of the house. And again, you're replacing everything in the small bathroom. Looking at the prices here. Bathroom remodels don't look that much, but again, I would have to really look at all these prices in bigger detail to see if they even make sense, because some of this stuff doesn't look like, it looks like, well, for starters, this looks like all materials only. I don't see the labor cost here anywhere. It looks kind of low. So, not counted the labor cost on these to do all the stuff and install it. Flooring, hardwood, $300, $500, 300 square feet, $500 for hardwood. Where? Base molding. Again, this does not include installation. This is very low. Doors, there's none in here. Plumbing, gotta get a, you need to have a plumber to look at that. Inspect water heater, make sure it is installed up to code. Pressure release valve and blocking if needed. And it actually looked fine to me. Ensure there's a sediment trap installed at the water heater. If there isn't one, make sure to install one. New angle stops on all water lines if required. Check all drain lines, repair replace as needed. Check all gas lines, repair replace as needed. Make sure the water heater supply line, hot water outline is flexible. Make sure the water heater's pressure relief valve type is no more than 6% of the floor. all the stuff, you gotta give this list to a plumber and have them check it. I don't see anywhere where the plumbing needs to be replaced. I don't even know if it needs to be replaced, but it's definitely not how plumbing is done these days. HVAC. Not really anything here. Electrician, check for any ungrounded outlets and ground is required. Check panel repair places needed. Smart and carbon monoxide detectors. Check for open junction. Face all outlets and switches to make to code. Install new light fixtures in all common areas. Install new brushed nickel flush mount lights where previous fixture was removed. Oh, you're actually hiring an architect to do all this? That's great. An architect will give you lots of recommendations. An architect's also going to collect a lot of money. You want to flip, you want to do it cost efficiently, because you are cutting in your profit with every additional person you pull into the project. Garage. Install new garage door opener, lead push. Yeah, that's what I said. It needs a new garage door opener. It doesn't need a new garage. I already mentioned that. Don't know how this number was calculated, because that plus that does not equal that. So check on that. I would check on that. Let's see what else we got. There's nothing here yet. General contracting work. Okay, these are all zeros, so we're still working on those numbers. Serial pain calculator. Windows, doors. If you're hiring an architect, have him, and they all have this, all architects have these days software where they can exactly paint you out what the house is going to look like inside and out post remodel. Make sure you have that and you approve of that, and make sure you make any changes to that before the work begins. This ideally should have been done already. Hopefully you're working on that, but you definitely want to make sure that your architect understands you and you understand your architect, because it's going to be ugly if that information does not match. So, and I think I've already looked at this. Let's see. These are both the same, and we already looked at that. Okay, so that is my analysis. It took, again, a little bit longer because I want to go be very thorough. I would recommend to take the financial analysis and run it with a sales price of $20,000 less than what you have in there. Instead of $369, make it $349, make it $329, and then check to see what your profit margins are on that. And then start gathering the information from all those contractors and get the estimates. Remember to best get at least 3 estimates from each area, like plumbing, electrical, or don't just listen to the very first person that shows up, unless you really have a good relationship with that person, you trust them, because prices are going to vary widely between all those work things. And then also think of how you can best incorporate that house's features to keep with the age of the house. Make it, modernize it, but don't like overwhelmingly make it a completely brand new house from the inside, while as preserving the outside the way it is. So try to keep some of the architectural as well as old style elements in the house. This was a super modern house in the 60s. You want to keep with that style. You want to kind of have an idea what style you're going for. So you don't want to just make it hotel room house now, just because we're in the hotel room age. You want to actually have an idea of what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And the reason I'm saying that is not just to be snotty or to kind of discourage you, but what I'm saying is that a lot of people that buy a house like this is a single family home. You're going to have a couple buy this home. There's not going to be a single person living in there. It's going to be a married couple with or without children, or maybe future children. But definitely it's going to be a family, and there's going to be a woman in that family. And the most important thing for the woman is going to be the kitchen as well as the overall aesthetics of the house. And since this is an old house, it's going to be more important to make that house flow with the age that it is versus trying to just make it a hotel room house. Because you can buy a hotel room house anywhere, it's any model house in any neighborhood that you go to, every house will look like a hotel room. This house has some character. Your job is to preserve the character, keep within the budget, and make sure that it's still appealing to female buyers as well as male buyers. So there's a lot of work to be done. This is not a bad project. I like the numbers on it, but again, run the numbers for different sales prices just to make sure that you know where you are in case you had to ditch. And that's my analysis, and for more information like this, always go to my website. It's www.juliamspencer.com. Sign up for your free guide to real estate investing and for my newsletter. Thank you.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.